All right, so here's the camera that you get. It comes in this nice little handy carrying case. You should have on your side pocket, you should have a battery charger. This part connects to your battery charger so that when you are ready to charge your battery, and you should probably always have a full battery when you're going to a shoot, this just sticks right in there. You have your camera. Notice there's a camera strap on it. If yours, when you get it, doesn't have a camera strap, please take some time to put the camera strap on. As you're shooting, you should always have a camera strap on. It's kind of important. It doesn't feel like it's important, but I would say it's as important as wearing a seatbelt in a car. Then you have your mid-range lens there, and that's all that we've got going on in the case. I'm going to set that aside for right now. So what we have to do first is we need to put the camera lens onto the camera itself. And it's really important that we don't get dust inside of here, but we want to make sure that when we open this up that it's not collecting dust, so we don't want to leave it open for very long. The same thing goes for the back of the lens. And there's a front, and then there's a back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew that to get that ready to come off, and then unscrew this to get this ready to come off, and then I'm just going to take this, and there's a white dot here that matches up right with this part of the camera, and then I can just carefully clockwise turn that until I hear a click. So you shouldn't have to force anything. You should be able to let that go in really, really easily. To undo it, there's a button on this side here where I can push that down and then go counterclockwise to open it up. And again, I'm hooking up that little white bit to the little white bit on the rim of the camera there. The battery is right here, and I just click that door open like that. And again, remember, you shouldn't have to force anything. I pull this thing to one side, and then I can pull my battery out. Looks just like that. And when I'm ready to charge it, I'm putting the prongs to the prongs on the battery charger, and then sliding that in, and then just plugging this side in. It'll tell you when it's full, and it's important that when it is full, when this is green, unplug it. Don't let it stay plugged in, because it'll shorten the life of your battery. It'll make it run down faster if you keep it plugged in at a full charge. So once it's full, unplug it, take it out. Also in this little door here, there's this SD card. And if I push down on it, it'll slide out, and then I can pull that out. It's 32 gigabytes. You can plug this SD card directly into your computer if you have a slot for it. Or you can put it into a SD card holder in your computer too, an adapter. I'm going to slide that back in. Make sure that when you slide the SD card back in, that it goes in nice and you hear a click. Sometimes if you have it flipped upside down, it won't want to go in. It's important not to force it. I'm going to take the battery out, slide that in, and slide that in really nice like that. Again, it's really important not to force it in. Just let it slide in. And I'm going to close the door, and flip it back over again. To turn it on, I'm going to just click this switch to on. And for right now, you can play around with these settings if you want to. By the end of the semester, you should always be on the manual setting. But for right now, if you want to, just to get used to the camera, you can have an automatic setting, which is that A, and that's perfectly fine if you just want to practice doing this. Again, taking the lens cap off, and then looking through the viewfinder, you're going to be able to take a picture by hitting the shutter button right here, and this pulls the flash up, and there we have a picture. If you don't want to take a picture with the flash on, there are other options here. I like the sports option. We'll take a picture without the flash. If you want to look at those images as you're shooting them, you can hit this little play button on the bottom and then scroll through them, scroll through your images just like this. All right, then when you're done, make sure that you are turning off your camera. Make sure that when you're accessing anything like the battery or the SD card, that your camera is off. You don't want to open up your battery door or take out your SD card with the camera on, so make sure that you have it shut off. Again, when you want to get started, it's okay to go to one of the automatic settings, and then we'll work on doing manual settings throughout the semester. One last reminder, when the battery is full, when the battery is charged, make sure that you unplug it, and then make sure that you are always having your camera strap on. Don't get any dust inside of that lens. And I'll teach you how to clean the camera too in a subsequent video. But for right now, I think that you should be good to go. I guess the biggest thing is just with the camera like this, it's a nice camera and it's going to be able to take really great pictures. But it's also an expensive piece of equipment, so try to be careful with it. Have your camera strap on so you don't drop it. Make sure that you have your batteries charged when you go to a shoot, and then just never force anything. But do have fun and experiment. That is perfectly fine to do that. All right, thanks a bunch.